education as an administrator, teacher, and coach. During his time in high school, he was voted most likely to succeed as well as inducted into the Hall of Fame. He earned a bachelor's degree in communications and a master's degree in education. As an athlete, he won a national championship, and as a coach, he has won a state championship and was named Teacher and Coach of the Year. He has written 15 books, has over 90,000 followers on social media, and has been featured on HBO, ESPN, Fox, and more. He strives to add value to the lives of others by speaking to several high school groups monthly. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming our keynote speaker, Mr. Willie Spears.
Hey, y'all give Lyric a big hand if y'all would, please. No doubt. I'm not from here, so I need to know, is Edna Carr in the building tonight? Okay. That's obvious. I'm not from here, so I need to know, is 35 in the building tonight? I'm not from here, so I need to know, is Eleanor McMahon in the building tonight? Okay. But tonight we're all one family. We're all Inspire NOLA. So with the class of 2024, please make some noise. Don't start. All right, look, they ain't give me that much time, relax. All right, we good. Bet, we good. I need y'all to do me a favor. Y'all look amazing, by the way. I need all y'all to do me a favor. I need each school, if you would, please stand up. I need you to stand up. I know you're uncomfortable. I know you've been sitting there. Stand up. I need you to turn around and make some noise for your parents. I need you to turn around and make some noise for your parents. You may be seated. Look at your neighbor like we in church. Look at your neighbor and say, hey, bruh, we made it. Look at your other neighbor and say, hey, bruh, we made it. We're here, baby. So proud of you guys. Congratulations. It's truly an honor for me to be here with you this evening. It's an honor for me to be here at your senior induction ceremony this evening. I want to thank Mr. Jamar McNeely, of course, and to Mr. Travis Phipps, and to Ms. Chantel Briscoe, Mr. Kevin Barnes, Dr. Sunday Barjan, and so many more. You guys, I do this all over. I go to Cleveland, Ohio, Detroit. I go to Jacksonville, Florida, Montgomery, Alabama, go to the West Coast. And I'm gonna tell you something, y'all got something real good here. Could you give your administration and all those who do all the hard work, your teachers, could you give them a big hand, please, for making sure that you guys go to a good school? To the seniors, I want to say congratulations to you guys. I've been there many years ago, like the young lady was saying earlier. My daughter just graduated high school last year. And when she graduated, it was a momentous occasion for all of us. See, my mom and my dad did not graduate high school. And it was weird for me to graduate high school because it hadn't been done in our family before. But my daughter, she continued that strive for education because she understands that education is the key to us achieving our goals. So she's a freshman now in the state of Georgia. It's so awesome to see her blossom. She just called me. But she went through a lot of obstacles, just like you all have. When she was in elementary school, her grandmother, my mother, tragically passed away. The way she passed away, I won't share, but it was very tragic for our family, and it really had something happen to my daughter. It affected her in a major way. but she made it through that. In middle school, we moved around a lot because of my job, and my daughter went to 3 different middle schools, but she persevered through that. She was inspired to finish strong. In high school, she was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. And so my daughter lost 20 pounds in 1 week. We didn't know what was going on with her. We were sent to all these different hospitals. It was during COVID, and we were really, really scared. And she persevered, she inspired, and she finished strong. And so the night when she graduated from high school, the emotions that I felt, the tears that came from my eyes was so much more than knowing the Pythagorean theorem, was so much more than knowing the periodic table, was so much more than going to class and getting good grades, but she persevered just like you all have. So I don't know you, but if you're sitting here tonight, I know that you've been through some things that we don't even know about. I know that you fought with bouts of anxiety and depression that we don't even know about. I know that you have had to be the mother sometimes in your house and had to be the father sometimes for your little brother and your little sister. I know that you've walked through things that we don't see. You made up tonight, your hair is on fire, you look fly, you got the drip, you even got them lashes on, and I can almost feel them up here when you bleed. But give yourself a hand for making it through all of that and making it to this moment. It's not easy. We also have a son, my son Kenneth, he's a senior in high school right now. The school he goes to, my wife is the school counselor where my son goes to school. The other day, my son slept in. So I want to let you know, guys, you're not going to always get it right. And I use a lot of analogies, and I told my son, I said, hey, bro, you dropped the baton. He said, what you mean? I said, you slept in, you missed your first 2 classes, you dropped the baton. Anybody know in a track meet, what's the worst thing that can happen in a track meet in a relay? You dropped the baton. So I said, hey, bro, you dropped the baton. I said, I need you to do everything in your power to get across that stage. Now, we got 2 children, and we're blessed to have 2 children. But the first child, I was excited. Y'all ever heard the term Netflix and chill? You familiar with this terminology? You familiar? Yeah. Your mama may not know what it is. When you get home, you can explain it to your mama however you want to, but my wife had this idea to Netflix and chill. I'm keeping with you. I'm being honest. Listen. Relax. And so, listen, I've been married 20 years, and I've been so blessed. But every time I look at my son, I'm thinking to myself, we should have just Netflixed. No chill. This joker won't clean his room. This joker won't go to class. He won't maximize his potential. He won't use everything. So that morning, I told him, I say, bruh, now remember, my wife works at the school where my son go to school. I said, bro, what are you doing? You slept in the other day, and then you missed 2 assignments. I said, man, I'm doing everything I can to make sure you get across that stage. I said, what are you doing? He said, Dad, I ain't trying to be, you know what I'm saying, but what you doing? You talking about I'm doing everything. What you doing? I said, bro, I'm sleeping with y'all guidance counselor every single night, bro. Every night. He's like, Dad, you trying to be nasty. I said, no, I'm not trying to. I'm trying to let you know you moving out. So listen, y'all mamas don't want y'all to know this, but I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all. My son, I already got him his gift for graduation. Some people want a cell phone. Some people want an Apple Watch. Some people want a new pair of Dunks. Some people want a whip. Some people want a car, for sure. Well, I got my son a whip. A U-Haul truck. I got him a U-Haul. So, look. Your parents sitting up there, y'all think they crying tears of joy? No, bro, it's the final countdown. We're trying to get y'all out to go to college and get up out of here. We got a plan. In all seriousness, before I take my seat, I want you to know this is my first time ever coming to New Orleans. And when I left Florida this morning, I had to put the address in my GPS. So this beautiful theater, the Mahalia Jackson Theater, it was my desired destination. I'm asking you in your life, what's your desired destination? And guys, I'm not trying to tell you my business, but I have a cousin who's serving 125 years in prison. And the only reason I'm telling you that, listen to me, the only reason I'm telling you that is because he told me to. He called me 2 days ago. He said, what you got coming up? I said, well, I go to Minnesota on Saturday. I said, but Monday and Tuesday, I'm going to be in New Orleans. He said, oh, man, that's dope. I wish I can go with you. He said, who you talking to? It's going to be a business or corporate group? I said, no, it's high school seniors. He said, cuz, tell them this ain't what they want. I said, what you mean? He said, I remember when you was preaching to me and I just got tired of you talking all the time. I got tired of you in my ear telling me, go to class, telling me, don't drink, stop smoking, stop cussing folks out, act like I got some sense. And now looking back on it, I wish I would have listened. Listen to me. I believe every one of y'all have two things in your life. Every one of you have two things, two people. You have one person in your life that's trying everything they can to make sure you accomplish your goals. See, that GPS, it's an acronym for my goal positioning system. When I put my desired destination in the GPS, it brought me right here. I'm asking you, what's your desired destination? What type of life do you want? You get to choose. The decisions you make today will determine your tomorrow. The second thing we all have a person in our life that we don't want to be like. It's no judgment on them, but we just don't want their life. I love my father, but my father was incarcerated for 8 years. I just didn't want that life. I love my mother, but my mother was in and out of county jail. I just didn't want that life. You have someone in your life, an uncle, a cousin. You have maybe someone that's in your home. They have already showed you the road that you don't want to go down. My cousin is in prison, and he told me, tell them that this ain't what they want. I said, what you mean by that? He said, they don't want this life. He said, man, I should have graduated high school. I should have gone to college. I should have done something with my life. I could have gone to the military. I could have started my own business. I could have been a content creator. I could have been so many things, but instead I'm stuck in here because I decided to make decisions that change the trajectory of my life. If you're on the wrong track, I want you to know, just like a GPS, today you can say rerouting. If you're going down the wrong road and you haven't been doing your homework, you can say, I'm rerouting. If you have made decisions and messed up and dropped the baton, you can say, I'm rerouting. I coach a girl in track. Her name is Taisha, beautiful girl. She ran 800 meters for me. She's a grown woman now. I saw her in Walmart a few years ago, and she said, what up, Coach? I said, what's up, Taisha? What you got going on? She said, I need you to come by the house and talk to me and my boyfriend. I said, okay, what's going on? She said, it's bad, Coach. So a couple weeks later, I go by the house. They're not married. They have 3 children together. Now, the only reason I'm telling you this is because Taisha said, Coach, share my story when you go speak. And so we're sitting in the living room, and I'm talking to her, and she's going off, she cussing every other word. And I said, Taisha, watch your mouth. She said, Coach, this is my house. I said, you right, my bad. And so the dude is sitting there, and she's sitting there. And I'm talking to both of them. I'm like, what's going on? She said, I'm so sick of him, Coach. He won't help me around the house. He won't help with the kids. He won't wash the dishes. He won't cook. He won't wash the laundry. He won't fold. He won't dry. He won't vacuum. He won't mop. He won't do anything here. All he want to do is smoke and play the game. That's all he want to do. He won't mow the grass. He won't wash the car. He won't change the oil. And while she's talking, I'm watching dude. So while she's talking, I'm watching. And dude over there, I said, my man, is she right? And he was like, he didn't even say anything. He was just playing with his hair. He was like this. And so I looked at dude, and I gave him a fist bump. I said, hey, my man, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. And she said, whose fault is it? What you mean? Like, she said, I'm taking the kids to their games. I'm the one working 3 jobs. She said, I'm doing so many, like, he's doing nothing. What you mean it ain't his fault? Whose fault is it? And I looked at her. I said, baby, it's your fault. She said, how is it my fault? I said, you're a bad picker. You're not good at picking. She said, what you mean? What does that mean I'm a bad picker? I said, baby, you picked a loser, now you mad that he losing. That ain't on him, baby, that's on you. You can't order a cheeseburger and be mad it got cheese on it. It don't work. You can't say, give me a beignet, no sugar. It don't go that way. It come with it. And so what I'm telling you is, you've already proven you're a good picker. If you made it this far, you made some good choices in your life to get you to this point. What I'm saying is, don't drop the baton. Last thing I want to tell you, I brought this baton with me. I brought this with me. So when I coached track, we had this baton. And the worst sign of track meet is when that thing hit the ground. Like when it hit the ground, it just make you cringe. So I want you to realize that what has happened, these parents here, they've been in a relay with you. They've been in a relay with you. And the parents have not dropped the baton. Parents, give yourself a big hand for not dropping the baton. And so everybody is in this thing with you. If y'all could turn my mic up just a little bit. Everybody is in this with you. I'm just being real with you. Everyone, and I hate to tell you this, I'm a motivational speaker. I'm supposed to keep, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. Everybody's not gonna graduate. See, you don't supposed to say that, but I'm just being real with you. I speak in prisons all the time, full of people who made bad decisions. I talk to guys all the time. Man, I wish I would have went to class. Man, I wish I would have listened to my teacher. Man, I wish I would have done my homework. I wish I would have had a plan. Like Dr. Bonjour, she got there and told you, fill out the FAFSA. We want you to succeed because this school district believes if they succeed, you succeed. They're not going to drop the baton. I'm just asking you guys not to drop the baton. That's all I'm saying. Don't drop the baton. Why? Because this represents your diploma. And I don't know which school you're going to be at, but I can't wait for them to call your name. Your parents are going to be so proud. They're going to be there with balloons. They're going to be excited. And they're going to be crying, but not because you graduated. They're going to be crying tears of joy because you're getting up out of their house. They amped. They serious. They already got this. I seen one of y'all mama put y'all room up on Airbnb last week. Will be available May 17th. They're already ready. But I want you to imagine this is your baton. And I'm telling you this. Shh. Just because I'm the speaker don't mean I got it all right. So I made a lot of mistakes when I was your age, but at some point I matured enough to realize I don't want to drop the baton. I just told y'all my son overslept the other day. My son, just like his daddy, well, he needs some work. But I want to encourage you to realize that you've been running this race. So in pre-K, you was running with that thing. Stick! And you handed it off elementary school. So you in elementary school, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, and you running with that thing. You running that straight away. Boom, you run that thing. Stick! And you handed it off to your middle school self. So your middle school self ran the curve. So your middle school self been in the thing. You gone. And now it's your senior year. And so I'm asking you, how will you begin this year? Like, will you be a leader on your campus? Like, will you be the one that be a good example for the 9th, 10th, and 11th graders? Will you be a leader for your little brother and your little sister in your house? Will you be that leader, or will you walk? Will you sprint to the finish line, or will you walk? So when I coach track, I would tell them, jokers, look, you got to get right here, and when they hit that mark, you got to tear out. You can't, they hit the mark, you can't do that this. I'm going to go on my senior year. I'm going to do my thing. Now, you got to go. You got to run. Because when they hit that mark, they're going to say, stick, boom. They're going to tap, boom. They're going to be gone. 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 And so what I learned is, if you run at full speed, it's hard to stop. Look at your neighbor and say, don't drop the baton. All right, so this is your year. And what I've heard is the class of 2024 is the best class in school history. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. So this year, we're celebrating the 10th anniversary. Why not finish this thing strong? Why not finish with everything here? Why not be inspired? Why not overcome the obstacles? Every one of you has some things that nobody thought you would bounce back from, but you're resilient. You have something in you that people can never take away. You're going to be amazing mothers and amazing fathers and amazing husbands and amazing business owners. But first of all, we're going to get that degree. So before I did anything in my life, I debated Stephen A. Smith. I've been on all those shows, got all them followers. I've done all these things. But before that, I had to get my high school diploma. So look at your neighbor and say, I will graduate. Say, don't hate. I will graduate. Last thing I tell you in my last 2 minutes. Look at your neighbor and say, we're looking for the ops. Say, we're looking for the ops. Say, they here. I want you to understand when I say looking for the ops, I'm talking about the opportunities. Don't tell your mama what the op means. Listen. The opportunity of a lifetime needs to be seized during the lifetime of the opportunity. The opportunity of a lifetime needs to be seized at the time of the opportunity. Listen to me. You have the opportunity of a lifetime. The opportunity that's in front of you right now was the opportunity to be a great leader on your campus, to overcome obstacles, and make sure that you have a great life. I often tell people what you do between 15 and 25 is going to determine your life. My daughter went to Europe last year, not because of her, but because of me and her mom graduating high school. She's going to Spain this summer, not because of her, but because of me and her mom graduating high school. I didn't have those opportunities. I couldn't get that exposure because my father did not graduate high school, so it limited my life. Some of you are going to disappoint your children before they even get here if you don't get this right. If you drop the baton, it's going to have a ripple effect. It's going to hurt your entire family. And my last 60 seconds, I want to give you this acronym for INSPIRE. The I is be intentional. Make sure you're intentional. You have a plan to graduate high school. The N is learn to say no. There's some people in your life, they don't have the same goals you have. They're going places you don't need to go. It may be a watch party tonight. You're going to watch the Saints win, but you're going to a place you know they're going to be doing things you have no business doing because you have goals and dreams. You got to learn to say no. The S is sacrifice. What are you willing to give up to make sure you don't drop the baton and walk across that stage on graduation day? The P is you got to prepare. If you care, you prepare. Prepare for your assignments. Prepare for all your journals. Prepare for every presentation you have to do with class. Prepare for every project. Don't wait till the last minute. Make sure you prepare. The next I is important. Realize getting a high school diploma is important. It's a step that's going to help you for the rest of your life. The R is resist. Resist the temptation to sleep in. Resist the temptation to act a fool. Resist the temptation to be disobedient. And the E is exposure. Nothing wrong with New Orleans. New Orleans is great. But I want to encourage you to see other things, to get out and realize it's a small world, and class of 2024 is going to conquer this entire world. So say this with me. Say, I inspire to graduate. Say, I got this. Say, don't hate, congratulate. Because I will graduate. 2024, I'll holler at you, baby. Have a good year.